Hey everyone, this is Math Done Right, and today I'm going to be talking about functions. So first of all, we need to define what a function is. So a function is a relation in which every input is assigned to exactly one output. Now look at what I did to the word exactly here. I made it bold, I made it pink, and I underlined it. So the word exactly here is super important for functions. Now, if you're not sure what a relation is, I made a previous video where I defined a relation. I talked about how to find the domain and range of relations also. But for just a quick reminder, a relation is something like we have a set of ordered pairs. So something like 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that's just an example of a relation really quick before we talk about functions. So for this first example, I'm just going to create a relation that is a function, and I'll explain why it is a function. So let's say my relation is the set of 1, 2, 2, 5, and let's do 4, 5. So this is my relation, and now my rule, or my definition of a function says that every input is assigned to one output. Okay, so if I look at my inputs here, I have a 1, a 2, and a 4. And then I look at the numbers assigned to these inputs, and there's only one of them, right? The 1 is only assigned to 2. The input of 2 is assigned to one output of 5, and the 4 is assigned to one output of 5. Now notice how I have this 5 is repeated, but that's okay. That doesn't matter in this case. I only care about the inputs being assigned to one output. All right. So my inputs, my inputs are 1, 2, and 4, which inputs is basically the same thing as the domain. And then we look at the outputs for those. We have a 2. The 1 is assigned to the 2 is assigned to the 5, and the 4 is assigned to the 5. They only go to one output. That means that this relation is a function. So this is a function. All right. All right, so now let's look at the second example. Let's make this relation look like 1, 2, 3, 9, and 1, 4. So I want to look at my inputs. So I have a 1, a 3, and 1 repeats itself. That's important, right? You see the 1 is here, and the 1 is also here. Now, the 3 is by itself, so the 3 is only being assigned to 9. And there's some notation we can use. We say 3 is going to 9. We can say 1 is going to 2, and 1 is assigned to 4. There's a few different ways that you can say how a function works. This is the notation that I've seen once you get into the math world. This little arrow with a line at the end of it means that 3 is being assigned to 9, 1 is assigned to 2, and 1 is assigned to 4. Now, we can clearly see that 1 is being assigned to two different outputs. So the input 1 has two different outputs. So the definition of a function was saying that each input has exactly one output. Well, I look at all my inputs, 1, 1, 3, 1, and then I notice that 1 has two different outputs, being 2 and 4. So this is not a function. And let me underline not. And I'm going to make an exclamation point. Okay, well, that's all I've got for what's a function. Now I'm going to make another video talking about how to determine a function based off of its graph or on its equation, so make sure you check that out. Like and subscribe and share with all your peeps. Alright, thanks. Bye.